What's going on, y'all? Back with another video. Well, this is a well overdue video. I should have spoke about this ages ago. I want to talk about those miserable, spiteful, jealous, controlling narcissists in the workplace and why they target you. So I'm gonna just kind of give y'all a rundown of what's been happening the last week. So a week ago today, we got a new person who was supposed to come there to kind of clean house out, shake things up, and fix things up right. Well, that did not happen. Because please, tell me, how do you get demoted on your first day of work? Yes, that's what happened. She lost the position her very first day. Reason why is because of attitude. She came there feeling like she's just a boss and on top of things and she know it all, and you can't tell her nothing, but she can give out orders on top of orders. And she just came there with a chip on her shoulder and just ready for war. And it's just like, I know it happened because she's been put to a test to see if she's really ready for this position. But what happens is that she came out swinging and she was aiming at the wrong people. The people up top, the ones who put you there, is the ones who you should be taking your frustration out on, not on these people in a place that you're really unfamiliar with. But see, that's how a lot of narcissists do when they're uncomfortable, when they feel like backed up in a corner. They're blindfolded and they just come out swinging, and innocent people get hit for no reason at all because the narcissist is so desperate to defend themselves against something that they really have no room to be defensive over, because you can only blame yourself for your attitude and for a lot of ways that people treat you and label you. You put yourself out there. But anyway, so she's only been there a week, and it just seems like she's just not going to work out at all. They've given her a try, and it looked like she's not going to be there too much longer. Now, along with the other evils in there, she finds herself conjugating with them, letting them get inside her mind. And they even had one person to tell me that I noticed that they single you out a lot. And she was like, and I'll be like, she don't seem like that, which means she's been, she's been listening to what they've been saying. And she was like, all I can tell you is just you just make sure you stay prayed up because these people got it out for you. I was like, I'm used to it and I'm fine. Trust me, I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, if anything, they better be careful and find something safe to test because God don't play about me. So I'm not the least bit worried about those people in there, and I'm used to it. And she was like, I know that's right. But that person that come there, I start to see more and more of, you know, just narcissistic traits and just the same old what they do. Except it's like 10 times worse because now I'm noticing the bullying side of her and how she's not only just like she's not bullying, it's like she's picking from a distance and she's picking in a sneaky way. She's not really out in the opening with it. She don't want to make it seem obvious, and y'all know why. The reason why the narcissist can't make it seem obvious is because it's going to expose who they are. So of course they're not just going to be all out in the open and picking on you, but they need to do things to get inside your mind and make you feel like you're the crazy one who's just imagining things. You're making stuff up all in your head. They're not the problem, you are. That's how narcissists operate. And so I'm noticing that with her, how she has just targeted me out of the bunch, just like the lady said, they just singled you out. And I know that's what she meant, targeting me. And she was like, because it just seemed like all she do is just talk about um how that it always goes back to what they think I feel like I think I'm this and that. I don't bother nobody and everybody that know it. So I'm not trying to defend myself against anyone. You know, a person who doesn't bother anyone, stay to themselves, remains quiet, stay in their own lane, are the most threats, the biggest threats to a narcissist, to a person with an unsettled spirit, a person who just can't contain their anger and rage. You know, they wake up in the morning with it on their mind. They wake up with it on their mind, and you wake up at peace. You go to bed at peace, and you wake up at peace. And they can't handle that. So they need to target someone. It's like the how the devil just comes to kill and destroy your spirit. That's the same. That's the narcissist. The devil sends the narcissist. The devil don't come for you. The devil sends someone, because how would it look if the devil just approaches you in plain sight? They're gonna send the appointed ones to you. And so that's why that person felt so comfortable to target me. It's just like it's something about you that sticks out. And that's why people target you, to the point to where, they it's just like they pick you because they see how much it doesn't bother you. They know that they're not going to get this reaction they want. So they're going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing until they get something. You know, that's how the narcissist, that's how they operate. But with this girl, it's like she is it's just like she's a like a wreck waiting to happen, and she knows it. It's like she's a train that's on fire, and she's just waiting to crash and just completely, you know, just just burn completely, because she's just you can look at them and see the anger, the body language. I can't speak on that enough. The way that they handle things at work, with so much aggression behind it. And that's another thing, the aggression. And they try not to approach you. They try their best to avoid coming in your direction. That says a lot about you. It's something about your glow. It's something about just your whole existence that they can't handle. They can't handle that light. And that's why they avoid coming in that direction. Hurry up and pivot and go another way. And I noticed that all day today, in the last couple of days, all last week. It's just like, I don't want no beef with you. You know, it's you who is trying to create chaos with someone who's not even a threat to you. I mean, I'm not posing a threat to her, but they feel like you're a threat to them because of your peace. It's your peace of mind, your silence that sticks out the most. And they can't handle it because they are so in turmoil with themselves, you know, and so unhappy and miserable. It's just like they need you to feel what they're going through in order to feel a little better about themselves. As crazy as that may sound, it's the truth. And it's just like they need people to be on their side to agree with them with these false narratives that they create. It's like I've seen this story play out over and over and over again. You know, it's just crazy how things just repeats itself and never changes, you know. And so the bullying part, I'm go ahead on and get to that, because I'm not gonna make this video too long. I know that y'all, some of you have probably had to deal with people picking on you in the workplace. And I know that may sound juvenile because we're all grown. Um, but people pick on you. It doesn't matter the age. People will pick on you when they feel like they can. They feel like that you're an easy target because of your personality, just because of everything about you. It also comes from a place, of course, of jealousy, competition, this unwanted competition that they are so desperate to have with you. And it's like, I'm not even thinking about you. I don't have you on my mind. Not at all, you know. So what they do is invade your space, and what they do is sneak into your space, just like any other narcissist, and mess with your, your belongings, and hide it, and do stuff to mess with your mind. But the funniest thing is that they're really driving themselves insane, because the fact that you're never going to give them the feedback they want, and they so desperately need a reaction, a response, and you're not going to give them that. So they're driving themselves crazy by doing these things constantly, trying to get you to bend and break. And it's like they just mess with you just because, that's what they need to do in order to feel better. you know that makes you makes them, you give them a comfort zone, in other words, that makes them feel more bolder to be able to approach you and handle you in that way. And of course, they don't respect you, they don't feel like they have to respect you. So the bullying and the picking on you, it starts with messing with your things at work. And I mentioned this before to y'all in another video, how none of those things at work belongs to us. They're not none of our personal belongings that comes from home. Some of the things we can buy out of the store, but for the most part we don't have to, because it belongs to the school system. So those things belongs to the school, and we're just there to use the equipment. But when you are, always using kind of like the same things, and people notice that about you, like I say, they never take their eye off of you. Trust me, they don't want you to know that they're always watching you, but they are. They're watching you. They know your routine. They know when you're going to walk in their door and when you're going to walk out the door. They just notice everything about you. They got you down to a T. Trust me. They don't want you to know that, but they do. And it's like they pay attention to how well you handle yourself and you carry yourself. And, they're jealous of that. They want to be that, but it's just not in them. And the narc who just can't get it, they just can't hit that part on a nail to really have people fooled. It frustrates them. So now they want to bring you out of character by picking on you. But don't give them that satisfaction. Continue to do you and remain unfazed and be blind to everything that they're doing. Don't give them any eye contact, because that gives them fuel. Just kind of watch them from the corner of your eye. You can't help but notice them, because they're going around, going like 1,000 miles per hour, going nowhere fast, running, almost running into walls, because they're so frustrated with themselves, you know. But this girl, I'm noticing that she's messing with every single thing that she know I use at work, and she's undoing it, or she's destroying it, or she's getting rid of it. Just anything, or she's trying to take over. That's another thing, that takeover spirit. It's because she weren't allowed to be in a position to take over. She's really mad. And that don't have nothing to do with me. That have to do with the people above her, you know. So it's like, again, I'm an easy target for her, because she came into this place, seeing how things are already operating. And what stood out the most was like, dang, in a place of so much chaos and confusion, I see peace. And now I can kind of, I can latch myself on to something, as disturbed as I am, and maybe be looked at as normal and doing the right thing. And you're no better than the demons that I already deal with. So it's not gonna work, because guess what? You look just the same as they do, but worse. Because your mouth, you run your mouth too much. Your mouth, it 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 moves way faster than your brain cells. So you really messed yourself up with that demotion, because again, you got that chip on your shoulder. You think you're the boss. No one appointed you a boss. You're self-appointed. That's always bad. That self-appointedness, y'all, you know, you're playing a dangerous game when you do that, because God did not put you there. You put yourself in a position that wasn't even meant for you. So you know you're going to face punishment. You're going to face the consequences. And that's what really makes them even more angry with themselves and the whole world around them. But they target you because you're their peace that they wish they had and they can't get. And they can't even get it out of you. You won't even give them a response, a time of day, no nothing, no eye contact, no nothing, you know. And they hate it because they need you to at least acknowledge that they're there, even if you acknowledge the fact that I know you're here and I know what you're doing, you're annoying me and you need to stop. But you're not going to give them that satisfaction, so they're mad. And so that's what I've been noticing at work with this person. She noticed that she can't get nothing out of me. And so that's just really making her just like crumble even more so. You know, I see it and I don't see it. She even made a comment today that I walked up on. She didn't know that I was going to walk out on her mentioning me. She was talking about something that I had my name printed on. She said, yeah, and I took her name off of. And it was how ugly she was looking and how vindictive she sounded and vengeful and jealous. Like she just needed to let them know, and it made me feel good to undo something. That's how she was talking, and I just walked on out on the conversation like, excuse me. And it was just like she walked on by me so fast and swerved her body, trying her best not to touch me, you know. Because they try their best to avoid you, but at the same time they can't stay from around you and they can't keep you off their mind. Like, make that make sense. The narcissist. Crazy. Just all around craziness dealing with them. And at the same time, I just sit back and I observe. And the more I observe, the more I learn a little more and more that it has to do with just peace and you being the light. And the more that you remain silent and just stay in your own lane and just do you and be unfazed, the more they expose themselves. They make it so easy for you to expose them by just being silent, by not even opening your mouth, and all of them have this thing to where they put together these false accusations, like they make it up in their mind and make themselves believe that you're this horrible person. And I notice how it always backfires on them because they end up going against each other. And I'm still that person who, is back in the cut, just minding my own business, ain't thinking about y'all's. And in the meantime, now you one by one trying to come to me for comfort. Like, no, sweetheart, go ahead on back over there to your little clique, you know, of misery because I'm not trying to deal with it. Don't bring that around me. I keep it very small talk, even when it's about work and anything else. I'm not trying to give you none of my energy. You will not suck any of my energy, not at all. I'm not having it. I'm not going to give you that. You don't deserve it. You know, you give them an inch, they take a mile, and the next thing you know, they're trying to destroy you. So when you on to the tactics and everything, that's one thing. But when it's a bullying factor, when it comes down to you being the main target, you got the bullseye on you, they got the laser on you. It's because it's something, it's just you. And I hate to be sounding like that, again, like I'm a super empath and I can destroy. Like, I don't want to be sounding like that, but I mean, it is what it is. It's just like you can destroy them by just existing, just because you just walked up in the place and you destroy them by just being there. The atmosphere, it changes. It changes. It feels like something that gives them a high by, that's that high that I want and I can't get it because I can't get my hands on it. So I'm so angry and frustrated, and I'm slamming things around. I'm stomping the ground, I'm cursing up a storm like a sailor. I'm throwing slings. I want her to know I'm talking about her. because she also made this comment when I was putting down the shutters, and she couldn't help it. And it was like you looked into the eyes of the devil when she made this face. Like y'all know Michael Jackson's song Thriller, and at the end when he's hugging the girl and he turn around and y'all see the evil eyes or whatever. That's the face she gave to me, you know. But I'm gonna end this video. I gotta take this call. I have a virtual doctor's appointment because I have not decided to get that vaccine yet. Leave your thoughts down below and I'm gonna talk to y'all later.